The Social Academic, Episode 3, Twitter for Academics. I'm Jennifer van Alstyne, the academic designer. Welcome to The Social Academic. Today I want to talk to you about why I joined academic Twitter. And I'm going to share with you my best tips for having an effective Twitter profile. I just joined Twitter this year. I'm part of a subset of millennials who grew up with social media, and we weren't sure if we wanted to be a part of it. We saw people lose their jobs for posting photos of drinking, people cheating, catfishing, fake accounts, and more. I'd been on Facebook since middle school and had a sporadically used Instagram account, but Twitter? People had thousands of followers or friends. I couldn't imagine living that public a life. Many of my peers and colleagues felt the same. The bottom line. People say you need to be on academic Twitter, but really, you just need to be an academic on Twitter. I especially recommend a Twitter profile for academics and researchers who are headed on the job market, looking to publish, or requesting or justifying funding. Not finding someone on social media isn't a bad sign, but not finding a concrete online presence is. People want to find what they're looking for. As researchers and academics, we're trained to do exactly that. How many Google deep dives have you done searching for an article not available from a journal database? Why I joined Twitter. After brushing up my more established profiles, I joined Twitter for a number of reasons. First, I became a higher ed social media person while working for the UL English department. I was part of the team to get its online presence set up across platforms, write engaging website copy, and develop systems and strategies for future teams. My time was limited, so I had to work fast. It's how I discovered my love of strategy. It seemed odd helping my department and not myself after all the research, training, and planning I'd done. My research interests already had massive Twitter followings. Medievalists love Twitter. Research, conversation, and debate is shared on a daily basis. This is true of academics and university presses as well. Most Twitter communities exist through hashtags. Tip: find hashtags relevant to your field by searching key terms or popular names. Also, poets are easier to find and follow on Twitter than on Instagram or Facebook, and if you don't know already, I'm a poet. Here's the real motivation behind my business. My fiance Matthew is a modern lit PhD candidate, and let's just say he's not so good at social media. I wanted to use my skills to help him as he goes on the job market and book market. He said, "There's nothing on social media for me, it's all politics." I told him he wasn't following his people yet. Matthew wanted to find other scholars and critics interested in women crime writers and noir. I found hundreds for him to follow. He discovered new communities which enriched his research and thinking. I soon realized the things I was teaching myself, that the HESM and marketing folks were training me for in professional writing and recruitment, were things every researcher could benefit from. They asked, who is your audience? What are their interests and needs? What's the best way to communicate with that audience? And how can I practice this successfully with the least amount of effort? So I founded my company to empower academics and researchers. I wanted the Academic Designer LLC to help people share their work with a wider audience. I built Matthew a website, cleaned up his social media, taught him Instagram and Facebook, and I watched his research reach people. An editor he'd reached out to for a book review checked out his website and requested an essay on his dissertation topic within 1 week of these going live. There are social media experts out there who will say you need thousands of followers. Yes, that helps, but it isn't necessary for you to be a good communicator. Matthew didn't want to be on social media, but after seeing the results, learning that it didn't need to be as difficult as it sounded, found he enjoyed it. Are you an academic on Twitter? For those of you on Twitter already, you're awesome. But I see thousands of academics on Twitter, and you'd be surprised how few of you are communicating who you are and what you do. You just have a moment as a potential connection scrolls through a list of academics on Twitter or reads a tweet that you posted and your colleague liked. If you don't provide answers to questions like who you are and why they should follow you, the answer will always be, maybe another time. So, who are you? Most people want to follow people, especially ones who interact in some way with their followers. Why do people follow people? Sometimes it's a shared interest or research topic. Maybe we met at a conference, or one of us is trying to expand our network. It doesn't matter as much what you share as it matters that you're there for someone to find. Come back next week for the Social Academic.